Hello, my lovelies. Just going to set this up, so bear with me. Yeah. Hello, Belinda. How are you? Yes, loving the sun as well. I think we got rain next week, but Friday and Saturday should be good. But we have had some rain overnight, but which has watered the plants, which is good. Hello, Reshma. How are you? Okay. Hello, Annalyn, my lovely. Good, Rashma. Don't forget you can do revision. Don't forget about revising. That never happened. Or, you know, yeah, everything in my life is perfect. That never happened. Where did I have that? Talking of that, can't find something I did myself. Okay. Okay. Annalyn and then Reshma. So Annalyn, what is your question and which deck would you like me to use? 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5? I didn't even look at what it came out as actually. It converted it to UK, so that's okay. It's the right amount for £15. Hello, Addison, my lovely. And yes, that's good as well. Ho'oponopono. Sorry, I forgot I used that as well. I'd like to do a pet in spirit reading. Okay, what is the name of your pet? I will choose a deck because I only use this for spirit. Name of your pet and what kind of pet? Because I don't see them. Just move the camera up a little bit. So Annalyn, what's the name of your pet and what kind of pet? Because I don't, I only pick up on their energy, so I don't know what it is. I don't see them. Her name is Maxie, and she's a small, medium, British Chihuahua, Jack Russell. Did you say she was in spirit? Sorry. Hello, Wendy Ann. 15 card reading. Pet in spirit. Yes, in spirit. Okay. Just lost our little black and white Chihuahua. And we've got a Jack Russell's, but it wasn't a cross. Okay. Right. Hopefully I don't bring my little Chihuahua through, but I will say obviously your Chihuahua's name. Okay. Okay. Oops. Okay. The feeling I'm getting through with these first 3 cards is this is usually my forgiveness card, like somebody begging for forgiveness. So it could be that perhaps you had to have her put down and you are feeling guilty about that. Like, you know, because you're knotted up because you had to make that decision. Or something happened where you feel guilty about it. If only we hadn't done that or that hadn't happened, kind of energy there. But she didn't see it coming here, but she knows that you're knotted up about something around it. The way she passed was tragically, yeah. Or unless somebody had to apologise to you if she got knocked over or something like that. I'm not getting how she died, but there is this apology. So it may be that she's saying to you, you don't need to apologise. I didn't see it coming. But she knows that you've had a lot of thoughts around this. And she doesn't want you to feel that way, basically. There's no guilt, she's saying. Don't feel guilty about it. If it, along the lines of, if you were thinking if only it hadn't happened that way, or if only, say she got knocked over and you might be thinking if only we'd kept her in the garden, or we had to have her put down or something like that and it was too soon. There's something here that she's saying don't feel like that. She didn't see it coming. Okay. So I feel that it must have been quick if she didn't see it coming. Or not very long drawn out at all. But she's beside you. There's a dog here next to you. Okay, so she's showing me with all the mist that she is around you. And there's like looking down at you as well. There's like a little sun face there. So she is around you. She is constantly around. Well, not constantly. I don't mean 24/7, but she is around you. She knows that you loved her very much. Took her off the leash and I was walking around the park, and when I saw my cousin at the corner of the street, I was on my way back. When Maxie saw me, oh, right, okay, yeah. So she got knocked over, did she? And Rita, these are paid readings, my lovely. I just want to put in this link. Sorry, Annalyn, I will come back. There is my affiliate link where you can make use of that. Right, Maxie. Yeah, she knows that that in a way you do blame your cousin as well. So perhaps, you know, she's saying as well, forgive them as well, because, you know, if they hadn't have let her off the leash, then it wouldn't have happened. But she just said accidents do happen, unfortunately. Okay, but she is very much around you here. She's asking for you to be strong. You know, when I was on holiday, when my little Chihuahua, my daughter had to have her put down. And when I did a quick reading, it was like, you know, you weren't there. You know, why weren't you there, sort of thing. And I burst into tears. I was like, oh my God, I'm a mummy, I should have been there. So yeah, I know it's horrible when it's, especially if you saw it happen. You know, I've seen 2 dogs knocked over in my life and it's not been pleasant at all. Or cats, you know, any furry babies. Yeah, she's very much around the family. She is saying about a man here, so I don't know whether your cousin was male. She's bringing a man, or it might be mum and dad that she's around. You might have a brother, but she is saying family, be strong. You know, she is around you all. I don't even know if that is a bridge, but she's drawing me to... Oh, it's not a bridge, but I saw a bridge. I don't know if you live near a bridge. I drove her to the hospital to get CPR, and my cousin said, I think she's gone. Yeah. I blame myself and little on my cousin. Yes, not nice at all. Not nice at all. Yeah. Is your cousin male? Because whoever this man is, it might be another family member, but feeling very like let down, disappointed, tragic. You know, it is tragic, but you know, they are really blaming themselves as well. It is male, and the person she got hit by was a male. Yeah. Right, okay, yeah, okay. This male is really blaming themselves here as well. So that must be why the apology came out as well. But she is fine. Okay, she is fine. I think it is both. When I'm looking back at it as well, I feel it is the driver as well. That would explain the two people here as well, like the driver and your cousin, like you sort of having those thoughts, like blaming them both as well. So it is becoming clearer what she's trying to say here. So anything else, my lovely? Anything else? Pop it. Okay. I don't know if you, I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting compensation from this guy. I don't think you could, but there's like you asking for money here. But, you know, perhaps you've thought about it, like, you know, I'm going to sue him or whatever, but it's like being ignored. So I don't think that you, she might just be saying you tried to get something for it. Yeah. You know, he's bound to, even though you say don't worry about it, and like, you know, Maxie's saying don't beat himself up about it, sort of thing. You're bound to. It's something that you don't ever forget. You know, it was, he witnessed it as well, so it's something that will take a little while here. She knows that she will always be your baby. You might even get another one at some point. Or you might have your own baby, might be pointing to that. Here, but again, just saying again, she's around you here and things will be better here. Let's just pull in one of these. Yeah. With this is like the running across to see you going home, but then the light. Okay, so the pass, it was quick. She's trying to tell you here, it was quick. She knows you think about her tremendously. She loves you. She's definitely saying she's around you here, and you know, the person who did it feels awful, your cousin still feels awful, sort of thing. And obviously it was not very nice for you to see as well. Her sister Paula is now living in Las Vegas. So yes, she is in a safe place. Okay, she is. She's crossed over. She is in a safe place here. Um, so I hope that that has helped you, my lovely. You can always listen back. You can put a timestamp on it. You're the first reading on here, so it's not far into the live. You know, you can listen back to it here. There's nothing else she's really saying. Just be strong. She doesn't want any, you know, she didn't suffer, she's saying, in other words, because it was so quick. Okay. And, you know, I do feel that the driver, it's going to take him a while to get over it as well. So it's not like, oh, well, I just knocked over a dog. It, you know, it has hit him. He might have his own family dog, or, you know, dogs in the family. And so it is something, you know, I know if I knocked over somebody else's dog, oh my God, it would be like knocking over my own. So it's something that she wants people to move on from, even though it will take time. She knows it's going to take time, but she's saying there's no blame. She doesn't want anybody to be blamed for this. You know, sometimes we have what's known as a soul contract, so we know our exit as well. But anyway, she's fine, my lovely. She's fine. She's totally fine, and she's sending you her love. Okay, Reshma, my lovely, which deck for you? Hello, Yara. Hello, Addison. I think I said hello, Addison. Can't see anybody else. Stormy, hello, my lovely. You're welcome. This I feel, I feel two things. Okay, when I first put this one down before these two came out, I thought, oh, there's lots of arguments around him. And then I thought, oh, have you been back in touch? Have you seen him? And then you argued again. But the way that the magician and what you've been taught is coming out, it may be that you might have started to have conflicting old thoughts, unwanted thoughts coming back in of a unwanted story. Okay, so his energy is reminding you, you're the magician, you're the operant power, you make the rules. It's your reality. Okay, remember what you've been taught. So yes, I feel that he is having arguments still where he is. Hopefully you've not seen each other and had an argument. But if you do start to, you know, if it does come close to the point where you are going to meet up and you start to feel the old story creeping back in, remember you're the operant power. Okay, remember what you've learnt. Deep breaths. No, that's, you know, that's the old story, or it's an unwanted story. Okay, so just be strong there. No, okay, so you haven't met up yet. So you're conflicting thoughts as well. So thank God you haven't had an argument, you haven't met up. But so I still feel from the first, as soon as I pulled it over, the image of him in arguments where he is. Okay, but also in case as the time gets nearer when you do meet up that you start to have a little waver there, just remember you're the operant power. Okay, remember what you've been taught. You make the rules. You tell the story that you want. Okay, you put the new story in its place of any old doubts. Okay, but it might come. Okay, as the time gets closer, even on the day or the morning, you might start to think, what if this, what if that? Okay, so it's just a little reminder here. Don't let them get in the way, because everything exists in the now. The minute if you did start worrying and that, you're going to get a version of him that will be in alignment with those conflicting thoughts. So be strong is what Spirit's telling you here. Okay, remember how many times I've done readings and the people say, no, I'm not thinking that at all. I'm not thinking that at all. No, I'm really strong. And then they come back in and they say, you're right, I had a little waver there. Okay, so it's just a little reminder from Spirit that as the time gets closer, okay, forewarned is forearmed, they're telling you. Okay, so if you do find that, deep breaths, no, I make the rules. Yes, there is still that version because it still exists. Remember, everything still exists. It's just what you're choosing. You're choosing the story that you do want to see. Okay. Yeah, just, you know, sit there pretty. It's all unfolding perfectly. Okay, it's all unfolding in a perfect way. Okay, don't start overthinking. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Here as well, you know, it's right there. Okay, it's right there, everything you want. You're not having to wait for it. It's right there. You've already got it. There's nothing out there. Everything that I've said on my last 2 Instagrams, okay? You're the one. You're the magician, if you like. You're the apprentice here. You're dictating what's coming in next because of the rules that you're telling. I know you're wanting to know about his energy. I am asking that, but Spirit will always override it by what you need to know, rather than what you're sometimes wanting to know, because they know that it's a done deal. In other words, okay, you know it's a done deal. So in a way, they just said you don't, at this point of what you've learned, you shouldn't be even asking what his energy is, because you know what his energy is that he loves you and only you. Okay, that you are a couple. So they are sort of saying, that was me saying, can I get some energy on him? And they're saying, she knows what the energy is. Whatever she says it is, she's the magician. Okay, you're starting, just sit there and know it's done. Why are you looking back outside yourself again, asking for clarification? You're just going to cause more waiting. Okay, you're deciding. You're sitting there deciding. Don't start overthinking this. Okay, what whatever you say he is thinking and feeling is what he's going to be thinking and feeling. Remember, nobody has free will in your reality. So if you're thinking he loves me and only me, he wants to be with me, okay, we are a happy couple together, then that is what is going to unfold, they're telling you. That is what your next chapter is going to be. Okay, so just bear that in mind as well, they're telling me here. So can we get anything, dare I ask them, can we get anything on his feelings, please? Again, they're just saying, you know, victory over your thoughts. Your thoughts, okay? What you want is in your hands. Yes, I know it is it's a very... I was having this conversation with another client, okay, who is doing perfectly. She's seeing things reflected back to her, how she wants it to be. But it's like, when she gets the reading, spirit does the same to her sometimes. Sometimes, like in your last reading, it was lovely. Okay, it was all like his energy is this, it's that. But then occasionally they will say, you know, no, you've been taught this. Why do you keep going? Because it's a bit like you want a reading to keep you going, which is understandable, you know, but they're saying you're above that. Okay, it is what it is. It is whatever you're saying it is. Okay, so again, when you start to look outside yourself, even for a reading, when it's right there, but you're like, the crystal ball is signifying, well, I'll have a reading to see what's going on when it's right there. They're saying that's when you start waiting again, because you're not in the wish fulfilled. Because if you were in the wish fulfilled of, I already have it, you wouldn't be getting a reading on what his energies are. Do you understand what they're trying to say to you here? So that's why they're saying, no, it's already done right now. You're just waiting for it. You know, you're not waiting, but you know what I mean. Okay, so in this reading, they're sort of saying, what they're saying to me is that other reading was enough clarification for you to not be asking again, if that makes sense. So they're bringing into you here, stay in your power. There is nothing out there, only the reflection of what you're saying it is. And if you're saying you're in a loving, committed relationship, then just sit there knowing that as the apprentice and as the magician, the power, you will get it. Okay? We're not waiting for it. They're saying it's coming. Okay? Yes, and it's coming quickly. Okay? It is coming in. So just allow it to come in, they're saying. We're not looking for it. We're not wanting to know whether he's still on track or whatever. It's got nothing to do with him. Remember, when you want to manifest someone or something, it's because of the feeling that you get from it. Okay? So when you want money, for instance, it's not the money itself. It's the feeling you would have if you had the money, feeling relieved that you can pay your bills, feeling relieved that you can go into a shop and buy anything that you want, feeling relieved that you can buy whatever you want, go on holiday. Okay, it's not the money itself, it's the feeling. So like with your SP, yes, of course you want him to look at, but it's the feeling you'll get. That's why a lot of people are, yes, but if I had my SP or if I had the money, then I'd be happy. And that's the wrong way. You have to give it to yourself, feeling that emotion or feeling that relief within you. That's the knowing and conviction that it's a done deal. That's you knowing that I have done everything my end, so I know it's a done deal. I know with conviction that right now it is a done deal. Okay, and I'm just sitting here looking pretty, knowing it's going to turn up at any moment. Okay, so out of these next few cards, we should get his energy. Yeah, you're writing the story. You're wiser now. They're not going to let me get anything else out here. Yeah, because you probably don't have now. Money is hard for me to get. I shouldn't say that, but you know, in reply to you saying it's easy to manifest, for me, I struggle with that because I've always struggled with that from my mother, you know, and my upbringing. But they're saying, look, you're writing the story. You're wiser now. You know, you've been the apprentice and now you're the magician. Okay. Right. Anything, please. That's just spirit saying, because I was saying about what I've had from my mother, and you've probably got a good concept of money because of your mother. Okay, might not be your mother. Okay, it might have been what you taught yourself, but I'm going to put that one back because that's not relevant. Oh dear. Okay, right, spirit, please. Let's get this reading done. Yeah, union. Okay, union. He's going to be revealing his feelings to you. Okay, union is coming in. There you go. So let's try and get some of these. You are all I want. I love you so much. Nothing can come between us. Victory will be ours. There you go. Union's coming in, my lovely. Okay. He's going to be telling you exactly how he feels here. Yeah. So in my defense, don't shoot the messenger. No, they're not relevant either. Yeah, to just carry on having that playfulness of the two of you together, doing something together. Okay, getting those little feelings, not forcing it, just when you think of him, allow whatever comes into your head about, oh, you know, if you're shopping or whatever, you know, we're shopping together or whatever here, or doing something together, going for a walk together or whatever. It's worth waiting for. It's coming in. Okay, it's been worth the wait, if you like, in linear time. Remember, everything is done in time right now. Hours, days, 2 weeks max. There you go. So again, that fast movement card that we had coming in here. So it is coming in quick. Okay, honest, reliable, truthful, trustworthy, and loyal. So that's good. Yes. Okay, so patience is, you're not impatient anymore. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to be patient and wait. When you're in that, I know it's a done deal. Okay, you're not impatient anymore because you know you're not looking at the time. So they're saying, you know, it's more of an excitement that you're feeling. They're bringing me. Yeah, you're in that peace. Okay, giving yourself that pleasure that you know that any minute now it's going to pop into view. Okay, it's going to be reflected back to you. So they're saying you're more in the excitedness of it. And I'm waiting for him to do it. Well, you make the rules. So there's no, what, you know, tell the story is, don't have that as your story. Oh, I think he's wanting me to fix the date and I'm waiting for him. If you want him to fix the date, then that's what you that's your story. You know, he's desperate to arrange the date. He's letting me know any moment. He's letting me know right now. Okay, because remember, every moment is now, so it doesn't matter how many moments you're moving forward in linear time. Okay, you just keep saying right now, oh, he is fixing the date that he wants to see me because he's desperate to see me, tell me how much he loves me, and he's messaging me the date right now. Okay, good. Positive energy, which I know you have. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity, but just positive thinking, which you are anyway, being in that positive energy. Your new start is coming in. Okay, the worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you want to. In other words, your assertiveness as the magician, as the operant power. Okay, there's nobody making the rules in your reality except you. So goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You finished one part of your life and a new and even better part is beginning, and marriage, because the two of you will be married one day. Okay, in linear time you will be married. In quantum time you already are in one reality. So it will, you know, it's all unfolding in a beautiful way, they just said. So it's all unfolding, it's all happening. Just remember those little points that they did make. We won't go over them again, but you know what was said. But it's all good. It's all good. But even with this linear time one, okay, just keep saying to yourself, you know, be in the, either you already have it, okay, so you're thinking as if you already are in the relationship, or you know it's a done deal. Okay, yes, it's a, you know, I know it's a done deal. It's happening. It's all unfolding perfectly right now. Okay, rather than, oh, in 2 weeks, because for me, I would be looking at that saying, no, it's now. Okay, because I know that there is only now in time and space, if you get what I mean. With what I've learned on the metaphysics and the quantum side of things. But these two cards, I love these two cards. You know, union and him reaching out, expressing how he feels. You know, it's always like the hard exterior, but the soft center. But it's all coming in. Had lots of cards to say it's all unfolding. Yes, I believe that now. Earlier I used to worry about everyone's reactions, but now. Yes. Good. I mean, I got today 2 things that I've wanted for in the kitchen, and they were both there together. And I got a discount on one of them, and it's even better than I thought it was going to be. So that was quite funny how I got that one. Well, I got them both actually, which was quite good. Oh, who drank my tea while I wasn't looking? Right, okay. Okay. All my symptoms of my recent health scare pointed to a heart attack according to the doctors, but I lay on the hospital bed negating all their diagnosis. Yes. Again, you know, you can revise that never happened, or I remembered it wrong, or they got it wrong, or whatever. Okay, you make the rules. I got let go. My job ended, and I had only just begun learning it, but I never really felt like a job for me. All right, okay. Remember, it's all the story that you're telling. Tell the story that you do want to see unfold. And it means when you decide what you want, go to the end, or just start telling the story if you don't know how it feels to be in that end, desired end, or what it looks like. Just tell the story. And the easiest way is as if you've bumped into a friend who you haven't seen in a long time, and they are like Wendy Ann, you know, how's your life? Oh, I've got an amazing job. I've just got myself a full-time job. It pays me this, it pays me that. Remember, we're not looking at 3D. Like I said on my Instagram, not one philosopher, not one lecturer, not anybody has said, go within, do the work, and then go and check 3D. There's nothing out there but the reflection. You're not going to find your manifestation out there. So again, coming back to you, Stormy, if you are here, let me know if you are before I rabbit on. If you're not. Yes, Stormy has, but I just want to check she's in here because I know that her connection. Right, okay. So I'm not, you know, why are you even giving that any focus, my lovely? Okay, for one, that's not your manifestation, so whatever, stick the finger up at it. Okay, but also, yes, that is one reality because all realities exist. Thank you, universe, for bringing my SP to me. Why are you giving any of this energy? It's not relevant. It's not part of your story. So what? Okay, so stop giving it energy. Who cares? You don't reply back to it. That never happened. I don't know who that person is in my reality. It's not my SP because SP and I are happy together. Who this is, I don't know. Scammers, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Okay, deep breaths. Let's look at the energy between you and your real SP. Who gives a fuck about this one? Okay, you know better than that. Spirit is saying, you know better than that. Why are you giving energy to something that is not even in your manifestation? Okay, you can see it as a sign of, yeah, thank you, universe, for bringing me my Bob. Okay, but we're not giving that unwanted story the energy. Don't waste your time on that. Yeah, but you know, again, deep breaths. We don't need to be upset about it. Okay, it's not in your story. It's nothing to worry about. Who cares? Okay, again, revise it if you need to. That never happened. Okay, I remembered it wrong. It was a friend of mine that was messaging me, telling me how happy she is that SP and I are together. Okay, revision is very powerful. Even when you are, you know, you can revise something that happened that you're remembering, thinking it's in the past. Okay, because the past, the future, and the now is all now. Okay, it's what we are relighting up by thinking about it. Okay, that is bringing it into the now. So you can revise an argument or something, anything, or you just keep revising the story to the new story in general. Okay, telling the story when you think of it as if you already have it now. That's what the techniques are for. I am, I have, I always. Okay, right now I have, blah. I remember he messaged me and said he blocked. Yes. Right. Shall I choose the deck for you? Let me choose the deck for you. I'll choose this one. Right. What's going on with the real SP? What's SP's energy? Yeah, okay. They're saying again here, I mean, his higher self to you as well. You know, you're still waiting, causing a stalemate situation here, okay, because of the emotions that you're in. But think emotion. Remember, you already have it right now. So going through the day, either knowing in that excitement and that relief that any day now it's, you know, it's already yours. It's, I mean, not any day now it's yours, but it's already yours. There's no way it's not going to happen, okay, because you know it is, because you've chosen it. You're choosing the reality you want. All of them exist, all versions exist, all outcomes exist. You're choosing moment to moment when it pops into your consciousness, your thoughts, as to where the story is that you're going with. He's not separate from you. We're not waiting for him to turn up, but everybody else is slithering around and turning up. But where is my SP? It's already a done deal. We're not looking out there. That's what they're saying. That's why you're causing this stalemate situation. Your emotions should be in this. We're already here. These two lilies always remind me a bit like the Two of Cups. The two of you are already here in this emotional union. In this union emotionally, should I say. Okay, we're not waiting for it. There is no waiting. If you're waiting, you're causing more waiting. Okay. So again, every time an unwanted person turns up, thank you, universe, for bringing SP to me. Okay? Just do that. Who gives a fuck who's slithering around? We're not giving them any energy. They're not your manifestation, so we're not giving them energy. Okay? We're just seeing it as little synchronicities that what you want is going to turn up any moment. So thank you, universe, that you're bringing SP to me. Okay, the SP and I are going to be in a beautiful union if you want to do it that way. Okay, thank you for bringing SP back to me in a perfect union. You see his name. Thank you, universe, for bringing SP back to me. Okay, you make the rules. You're telling the story. You're the story writer. Don't get sucked back into an unwanted script. Okay, so deep breath. Yes, I like to say yes. Okay, that is still one possible outcome, but I'm putting that book back on the shelf. I'm putting that story back into the quantum realm. Okay, and I'm choosing this story no matter what. Okay, if that is my assumption, then no matter what, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, you're just knotting yourself up here. Okay, you just letting your thoughts spiral a bit and knotting you up here. You know, for Stormy, I know that others are listening as well, but between you and me, Stormy, you know, every time I go for a wee, I say, every time I go for a wee, one of my manifestations pops up in my 3D that makes me so happy. Okay, and usually it does. Might not be that day, but today I got 2 things that I've been wanting for ages in the perfect way, a discount and even better. Okay, so I only say that because I go for a wee, God knows how many times a day. So it's easy for me to remember that assumption. And then I follow it up with every time I sit on the loo, any excess weight just goes straight through or goes to my boobs and makes them bigger and fuller and rounder. There you go. That's what I do when I sit on the loo. Yeah, every time I go for a wee, a surprise manifestation pops up in my 3D that makes me so happy and fills me with glee. Every time I sit on the loo, any excess weight just goes right through or goes to my boobs and makes them bigger and fuller. There you go. That cheered you up, Stormy, didn't it? There you go. Right. Yeah, stop. You're not out in the cold here. Okay, you're not out in the cold. You're just going being sucked back into the old you. Okay, the old unwanted version of you here. So let's try and bring back through some more messages from SP himself. Yes, you can say that. But again, if you focus on that, Addison, what is your main thing? What's your subconscious hearing? Resistance and blockages. There are no resistance and blockages really, because everything already exists. So start to focus on more, change that one. Okay, because again, it's like you saying, I need healing. Every time I sit on the loo, I'm healed from past trauma. So you're keeping it in place, if you like, in a way. Okay. I wouldn't personally but use that one, but if it makes you feel good, then use it. But I would see it as, if I'm focusing on the words resistance and blockage, then I'm keeping it in place, because remember, there is no resistance and blockage. It's just the story you're telling yourself. If you keep saying the unwanted story, then you're causing resistance. Okay, it's just choosing moment to moment the new story, no matter what. Okay, that, like I say, I imagine I've got Colin with me, my alter ego Colin, that's the worrier. We've landed in my new reality, but Colin likes to worry and likes to doubt. So I have to remind him, no, we're in the reality where I have everything I want. Okay, or Nancy, if you want to do it as negative Nancy. Yeah, here as well is, he's saying this page always looks like, please sir, can I have some more? Okay, can I have more? Or like begging, or please give me this. You know, the work that you're doing is not trying to get what you want. It's being who you are if you had it. Okay, so it's granting yourself and giving your self permission to have what you want right now. Everything is now. You're not doing this to get something. You already have it the minute you do. So how do you get it to show up is by choosing moment to moment that he loves you. He loves me and only loves me. He's always loved me and only me. Home is where the heart is, or there's no place like home. And his heart, he knows that his heart and his home is with me. He moved mountains to be with me and prove how much he loves me, because I'm all he's ever wanted. Okay, as if he's in your life and you're telling a friend, you know, oh my God, Stormy, you and SP are such an amazing couple. Yeah, he's always loved me. Okay, we've always been in love. He's always known from the moment he met me that I was the one for him. So you're doing a little bit of past revision, and you're doing, which it only exists now, okay? But telling the story, choosing the story of what you want, so that when he is reflected back to you in the physical for you to physically enjoy, okay, that you'll be hearing that back. May not be straight away on the first few words that come out of his mouth, but it will be reflected back to you where he's saying, you're all I've ever wanted. You're the love of my life. He might even say, you know, I know that my home is with you, or that I'll move mountains to prove how much I love you. Okay? The new story. Only the story you want to see. Yeah, seeing this card is telling me that he loves you, okay? But sometimes you see him as perhaps not, or fighting this, or going against you, or whatever. He's not. He can't unless you say he is. You're making the rules. You're choosing the story. Yeah, you overthink this. You put the bars up your window. Okay, so it's like this, okay? You're writing your script. So SP, okay? What part is SP playing in your movie? Husband. Okay? So from now on, the minute you've decided that's the role that you want him to ultimately be in your reality that you're choosing to be in, that you two are married, the how, not your job, so don't even think about it. Okay, even if you just say, sometimes I say, you know what, I don't need to figure that out because my spirit team's doing that. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm just going up through my day, moment to moment, making myself happy. Right, so you've got in your script, if you had to write out a script, okay, SP is playing what part? Husband. Right, so what part are you playing? Stormy, wife. His wife. Okay, but what you're doing then is going, oh, but SP is not my husband. He is married to someone else. Oh, and then he's like ghosted me for good or whatever. Okay, or he's just someone that I need to. Who is he? Okay, he is right now your husband. End of. So every time you think of him, he's my loving, doting husband. Okay, I feel, get the emotions, okay, I feel so happy that he is such a loving, doting husband. I feel so safe and secure in our relationship. Okay, anything, stop messing with the messy middle. That's not your job. Okay, you're writing the script and you're sticking to it. That's like you writing a song and then keep crossing it out, you know, when it's perfect, and then go, yeah, but I don't think that. Okay, I think I'll change it. What part do you want that person in your life for? The moment you decide, it is done. Okay? So stick to it. That is the new story every time you think of him. Just like if you were married and he'd gone off to work, and a friend saying to you, where's SP? Oh, he's at work. Oh, you two so in love? I know. He just adores me. Oh, you can tell. Every time he sees you, he's goo-goo eyes at you. Okay? Get into the new story. Stick to it. Stay with it, my lovely. Yeah, you're attached to the old still. Okay, you're handcuffed to still your old way of thinking sometimes. Overthinking it with these swords. You know what the cards are. Okay? You don't have to be that much that he's at work, but sometimes, you know, do all sorts of different things that put you into the feeling of either that you already have it, which you do energetically before you see it physically, or, okay, or that you know and you're staying in that relaxed feeling of knowing in the conviction that any day now, or it will whenever, be showing up in your reality. Remember when I said, okay, the reality mirror isn't like looking in a normal mirror with your finger on your nose. Okay, you have to stand there in the knowing and conviction that if you stand there long enough with your finger on your nose, you will see that reflected back. Okay, so let go of the attachment. Again, overthinking things. Find that peace. It's yours. You're writing the story. You're dictating which horse is going to win. The black, the negative, or the white, the positive. Taking actions in your thoughts by the story you're choosing. That's when you get your victory and success. You know, again, the 3P, okay, whenever that pops up in your mind, you're reigniting that film roll. You're reigniting that scene on your film roll where she's in it. Go to, okay, I don't know who that is. There's nobody like that in my life or in my SP's life. Okay, and follow it up with, as if somebody's saying to you, well, how do you know that? Why? Because I'm the love of his life. I'm happily married to him. So there's no one else. Okay? There's never been anybody like that in SP's life. That's what revision is as well. Revising the new story to what you want it to be. But also you can do past events as well throughout your life. But it's just choosing the new story over any other story. You've selected what you want. You've decided. You've chosen it. You've claimed it. Okay. And then you carry on choosing it until it gets reflected back to you. If you're not seeing it in 3D, you keep going with the new story. Okay. Yeah, you're still seeing him as separate from you. That you're still in separation. You're not. You're still attached. Okay. So pay attention to those red flags. No Colin. No Nancy. Okay. I know you worry, but in this reality, SP and I are already together. Okay. Yeah, you're blowing hot and cold. So you're going to get hot and cold stuff back. Okay? You're blowing hot and cold with wavering. Go and listen back to the last 2 Instagrams if you need to. Okay? Yeah, abundance. Abundance is the feeling of having everything that you want. All the money you want, all the love you want, but give it, you know, allow yourself to have it. You're giving yourself permission. You're granting it to yourself. Nobody's granting it to you. Nobody's saying, you know, gonna say, oh, you've got permission to have it now. You're the operant power. You make the rules by the story you're telling yourself. Okay, so you already have everything. There's nothing to get. You already have it. Just choose the story, my lovely, that implies that either he's always loved you and only you, you're all he's ever wanted, he's only ever had eyes for you. Okay? He loves being with you, he loves talking with you, he loves living with you, he loves everything about you. Okay? Things that are personal to you. It's your story. So again, revise it. Christ, there have been things have changed on, like, games I've been playing or something, and I sit there for a day going, why the fuck did they change this? This is awful. Then I remember that there's a reality where it didn't change. Okay, you're making the rules. I don't go on Instagram like that. I never look at anything on Instagram, only to record only to do the lives. Okay, so say to yourself, no, Instagram has always had the option of fast forwarding and forwarding. Okay, but don't go checking every 5 minutes to see if it's changed. You will know when it's changed when you're on it one day and it's suddenly got all the features back. Okay, or this is just a glitch. They're just mending this because they've always got the fast forward and whatever button. Okay, it's your reality, Stormy. Stop getting sucked into 3D crap. You decide. No, I'm not having that. This is what I want. I want to be able to fast forward my Instagram. Pause it, rewind it, okay? So it's just a glitch that they're sorting out. Or that never happened. I remembered it wrong. Instagram has always had that feature there. Somebody was just telling me about TikTok, don't do that or something. Tell the story. It's all just a story. If there's a reality where Instagram does all of that still, line back up with it by the story you're telling yourself, my lovely. Okay, Shree, my lovely, what is your question and which pile would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Hello, Nini, my lovely. Hello to all of you. Thank you for the likes, my lovelies. First one, okay. Fuck. Wendy Ann, you don't need to do anything in the 3D. You don't need to start a petition. Just revise it. Tell the story that it's just a glitch. Okay, oh, it's either a glitch or that never happened or I remembered it wrong. Okay? He's kind of acting weird and just giving attention to everyone but me. Okay. And pile 1. Okay. Okay, look at you sat here feeling pissed off. Look at you bored. Okay, oh, he's giving attention to everybody else but me. Okay, what's on the bookshelf? Stories. So what story are you telling yourself? Oh, he's acting weird and he's giving attention to everybody else. So you're going to see more of that reflected back to you. So stop telling that story. Change the story. Okay, you know what? He only has eyes for me. He is showering me with attention. Oh my God, I'm having to fight him off every day because he's blowing up my phone. He's all over me like a rash. Okay, whatever story makes you feel good. You're making the rules. It's your reality, not Nick's. He is just reflecting back your thoughts. So if you think he's acting kind of weird or giving attention to everybody else but me, then that's what he's going to keep doing, because that's the part you're giving him. Okay? Yeah, so this card is the Queen of Swords. Okay? It doesn't matter whether you're dating or not. Whatever the situation is, it doesn't matter. It's the story you're choosing going forward. Exactly what I said to Stormy. Okay? Queen of Swords. Swords are your thoughts. She is sat here as cool as a cucumber watching those thoughts. Okay, so what's your thoughts, Spirit is telling you here? Okay, yeah, you're from things that have happened in your past, like how you've been treated before, maybe with friends, or you might have brothers and sisters and other brothers and sisters got more attention than you. Okay, it's something within you from your past experiences with family members or previous boyfriends or whatever here, where a bit of you has felt a bit rejected, even friends at school. Okay, so something from your past here, past story that you just need to flip straight away. Okay, just no, I'm not choosing that story anymore. You know what? I'm the sexiest bitch alive. Okay, I'm the hottest, fittest girl alive. Okay, look at me. I'm everything beautiful. Have that confidence. Okay, to choose the story. It's your reality, nobody else's. It's like Spirit was saying about when I said about bitch. Okay, they said, right, if you think somebody's a bitch, they're going to be a bitch because that's your assumption about them, or you're expecting them to be a bitch. Okay, because one day you might have caught them off guard and they were a bit bitchy, so you might think, oh, they're a right bitch. Okay, so they're going to keep being a bitch. It might be that other people say to you, oh, you want to watch that person because they're a bit of a bitch. Okay, so we get that reflected back. But there are people, look back in your life where you really like somebody but somebody else doesn't, because they see them in a different way than you're seeing them. Everything that you see, how people show up treating you, is based on what you believe about yourself, about them, about life, what you're expecting, what you're assuming, and the story you're telling yourself about you. You're good enough, you're worthy to have everything you want. If you desire this person, he's already yours. They're already yours. Okay? So something from your past has sort of given you this little bit of a, oh, perhaps, you know, it's given attention to everybody else but not me. What am I doing wrong then? Oh, that girl over there, she's prettier than me. Okay, so tell the new story, Spirit is saying to you. I am trying to get into his energy, but Spirit wants you to get the bigger picture so that you're getting what you want. Okay, because if your assumption is, oh my God, he can't take his eyes off me because I'm the fittest, hottest, sexiest girl here. Okay, any other girl just kicks him to the floor, doesn't want anything to do with him. They find him boring or whatever story you want to tell that makes you feel good. Okay, he will feel and treat you this according to the story you're telling yourself. So I am trying to get, every time I ask Spirit for something from him, they're saying, look at you here, listening to other people. Okay, don't You're making the rules for your reality. Nobody has power over you. It's your reality. It's just the mirror. Everybody is a messenger of your thoughts. They're all acting out the part you've given them. So-and-so's a bitch. They'll be a bitch. That person really is a good friend. They'll be a good friend. Him, oh, he loves me. He is obsessed with me. He's addicted to me. Can't take his eyes off me. That's what you will start to see. May not happen overnight, but keep telling the new story. Don't go back into an unwanted story, or you will get the unwanted story. All versions of everybody, yourself and that person, and every person exists. Every version, the horrible version, the loving version, the miserable version, okay? All exists right now. You choose which story you're going to tell yourself about that person or about you. Yeah, past fears coming up here from the past. So something in your past where you tend to sort of put yourself down or feel insecure here, okay, or whatever, okay. Change the story. You can change it at any time. Yeah. Here, this card is like you meeting up, being in a group of friends where he's chatting to you. Okay, he loves talking to me. He loves being around me, loves being in my company. Okay, he's reaching out to me more and more every day. He loves arranging dates for us to go on. Whatever you want, okay, it's your reality. Whatever you want this person in your life for, okay, even if it's just to open doors for you or something, or look at you all day long, okay. Oh my God, he's addicted to me. He's obsessed with me. He can't stop looking at me all day long. Then you will get the version of him that is doing that. Okay. Because he got lots to tell you, but you're holding him in place as somebody who's acting weird and is giving attention to everybody else. So don't shoot the messenger, because he's acting his part how you are seeing him. Okay. So change the story. Because he does have lots to tell you, actually. He's so talkative. He doesn't shut up. He's always so excited to see me. He's always got lots to tell me. He always makes me his center of attention. Whatever you want. Yeah, make those changes. Okay, Spirit is saying, now we've put the light on for you and you're not floundering around in the dark anymore. The light's on. You can make those changes. The end of the old, beginning of the new. Yeah, because all you're doing is keeping yourself in this cave. Okay, but the light's there showing you out. Okay, and you're keeping him away from you as well. So make those changes, my lovely. Okay, it might be something that happened with your father. Okay, we all have different experiences when we're younger here. It might have been that perhaps your mum and dad split up, or your father was unreliable to your mother, or something like that, or put you down. It can be a million things that, there are a million reasons why we have these insecurities within us. But that's all it is, Spirit is saying. But as you're new to this, Spirit is saying you cannot be telling the new story, but then keep going back to the old story. Okay, you're either in the new story or the old story. You can't be in both. So choose the story that you want to see reflected back to you. Okay, so that you're not going to get hot and cold behavior. The little doubts will creep in, but imagine that's your little friend beside you. The worrier, the doubter, the party pooper, called Negative Nancy. Okay, so you say, every time one of your little doubts come in, okay, you say, pretend it's little Nancy next to you, and you're like, no, Nancy. Of course he's only got eyes for me. Of course he's addicted to me. And then I like to make Nancy apologize with the Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I might make Nancy say it a couple of times. Okay, until I feel better within myself that yes, this is the new story. Okay, because those little doubts will creep in, especially when you're watching 3D. Don't watch the 3D. You're staying in the new story until you see it reflected back. Okay, it does take practice, my lovely. Some people get it straight away. Others, it takes practice. Yeah, keep your eye on your target. If he's your target, you deserve love. You are lovable. You can even say that. I deserve to have the loving relationship I want. I deserve to have the friendship I want. I'm lovable. I'm amazing. I'm perfect. Remember, you are amazing and perfect as you are. What's not is the story you're telling yourself. Okay? Clearly decide what you want so that it can come to you now. And the sooner you do that, the sooner you will see it get reflected back. Okay? Yeah, face to face, bump into, surprise, or planned. But this card is showing that, you know, when you do that, one day he will suddenly come in as totally different, the version that you've been telling the new story with. Okay, where he has got so much to tell you, he won't shut up. Okay? Yeah, but at the moment you're sort of seeing him as unreliable, maybe a bit two-faced, you know, talking to everybody else but not talking to me. I thought he liked me. Okay, so let's shut that story down and have only the story that we do want to see. Yeah, you're on this path. If you stick to what Spirit has said, okay, then you haven't got far to go. Okay, you haven't got far to go. Yes. So don't resist the change. Don't push against the change. See this egg? Well, the egg signifies the new, isn't it? What you want, but she's pushing against it. Don't push against it. The light's on for you to make those changes. The end of the old, beginning of the new now. Okay? And you will see the changes. Okay? You will have your new beginning. Here as well, with gratitude. Okay, give thanks every time you see him or you see his name or you see something that reminds of him. Thank you, universe, for bringing Nick to me. Okay? Right, so deep down, I feel he digs me. That's just your insecurities from the past. That's just a story you're telling yourself. Okay, that yes, there is a version that's going to dig you, but there's a version that loves you or wants to be your friend. Okay, whatever you want him in your life for, you decide. You're deciding, you're choosing, because everything is right now. Okay, so change that story. Okay, not I feel he digs me, because that's what you'll keep seeing back. Reasons for him to keep showing up and putting you down. Okay, he supports me. He has my back. Okay, he's really loyal and trustworthy. He has my back. He supports me. He's a great friend or a good lover, whatever you want, okay? But whatever you think, whatever story you're seeing is what you're going to get. So if you're sat there fed up, it's because of the story you're lighting up. Change the story. Watch those thoughts. Okay, this card really helped me to get through the negative times. Okay, but it is, these feelings are just something that's coming up because of how you've been treated in the past, whether parents, school, brothers, sisters, whatever, previous people. Okay, it's fine. We all go through this, but you don't have to keep lighting up that story. Choose the story. No. Okay, I remembered it wrong. He doesn't have digs at me. He supports me. He's always been very supportive and loyal to me. He has my back. Okay? See how you get on. But giving that deep down I feel he digs me. Oh right, okay. Okay. Into you. All right, okay. Yeah, deep down he's into me because that's your desire. Okay, sorry, I was reading that as like he has a dig at you, as in a nasty way. Thank you, Addison. Thank you. Yes, so yeah, of course he loves me. Of course he digs me. Of course he digs me. He's obsessed with me. Can't take his eyes off me. Sorry, my lovely. Now, I told you everybody comes on here to have a laugh. Right, now, just put that all on the floor. Oh, and knock the camera. There we go. We're having a good night. And I need to put the fan on. It's so hot in here. Right. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, Alexandria. Again, my lovely, you're reiterating the third party. Okay, you're writing about it. You don't need to do that because you're keeping that in place. So stop doing that. I don't need to know about that. Okay, it's not relevant in the energy between the two of you because it's just the two of you. As far as I'm concerned, what third party? You're the one lighting up the third party. So you're going to keep seeing her. She's not going out of your story because you keep seeing her. So again, I don't know who that is. Keep with that story. I don't know who that is, but don't keep writing about it. Okay? The minute you're writing about it, even to me or under anybody else's, if you go on any other channels and you're saying, yeah, but that third party, I keep bumping into her, you're reigniting it and keeping the bitch in place. I don't know who that is. There's nobody like that in my reality. Why? Because me and my SP are together. So he's not with anybody else. Remember, you're not waiting for it. It is already done. Stop micromanaging the messy middle. Okay, I know that you need to get your business on, and I would be the same. Okay, I would be saying, but again, I would be affirming what I want the story to be. Okay, I might have my say, but it would be once to get it out there into the 3D. You know, we got a business to run here. We're supposed to be going and seeing, you know, these people here. You're either here or you're not. Okay, I'm not running it by myself. We did this together. But then you revise, you know, you then go back in yourself and tell the story you do want to see. You know, of course he's committed to the business. He's committed to me. Okay, you're not waiting for anything. You already have it. So which deck do you want, my lovely? for. Right, okay, so the first few cards are the Sun card, which for me is happiness, positivity, and communication. Things being revealed. Okay. Hopefully about the celebrations that the paperwork's come through. It can come out as third party, but I feel it's more like you celebrating the news that you've had, the news that you've had. Okay, here about moving forward with what the papers allow for your business to move forward here. So turning your back on any emotions here that are not serving you. Okay, you're still allowing him to rule the show. Okay, it isn't to do with him. Until you get your manifestation reflected back to you in 3D, stop coming back into the 3D. Okay, let that story unfold, but you choose moment to moment the story you do want. He is a reflection of your story you're telling yourself. Stop wavering, like I said on Instagram. Okay, he doesn't decide, he doesn't choose, you do with the story you're telling yourself. Okay, he is totally committed to this business. He shows up every day, putting in the work and helping me run this business is your story. Okay, we live together. How is not your job. Your story is the story you stick to until you see it reflected back. If you're not seeing it reflected back, you don't give up on that story until you do. Okay, but anything else going on in the meantime? Yes, I agree. I would have set boundaries to say, excuse me, we're running a business. We're seeing these people. Okay, so if you're not here, then you're either in the business or you're out. But that doesn't mean that's just you setting boundaries. Okay, that's not your story. It doesn't matter what comes out of your mouth. Okay, you then revise the story and keep to the story that he is totally committed to the business. He puts in all the effort. Okay, he's there near enough all day long or whatever, just to see that change first of all. Okay, but start telling the story you want to see. Stop letting him lead this story. You're too much still depending on what he's doing. You're going hot and cold. You're wavering from the new story to the old story, to the new story to an unwanted story. You're either in one or the other. So again, like I said to Stormy, you're writing the script. What part is your SP playing? A committed business partner who is in a committed, loving relationship with you. There is no other part for him in your movie. That's the one that you're sticking to. Okay, not the one who lives in another apartment who's got a third party and don't fucking show up for your business. Okay, stop buying into that story, Alexandra, because you're keeping yourself stuck. Yes, the papers had to manifest because that's what you've been affirming, that you get the papers. Okay, it's not a sign that the two of you are going to be together because you're not in that story. Okay. You can ask him for it, or you know, I wouldn't even bother. For me, knowing how it works, I would just be, he's paid the money. He's already paid me the money. Okay? He's already paid. You're overthinking this. Watch what you're thinking. Fight those thoughts. Okay? The story, the 3D is the mirror. He's playing his part out perfectly because you're wavering. 1 minute you're on, we're a happy, loving couple, etc. And then you're going back to 3D. If I'm picking it up in your energy and I'm seeing it in what you're writing, then what's the universe picking up on? We're all over the place here. What's he picking up on? Oh, I don't know which part to play here. 1 minute I'm the goodie and then I'm the baddie. Okay? You decide. You're making the rules, Alexandria. So what do you want? You want the business. You want him to be totally committed to the business and you. So there is no other story. Okay, you don't have to think about cancelling the papers. You don't have to ask him for the money. He's already paid you. Or he's in the process of paying me if you can't get your head around the he's already paid me. What you decide energetically will get reflected back to you. Whether it takes an hour, a day, 2 days, a week. The minute you've decided and you're choosing that story every time it pops up in your head and you're not wavering, that you will see it reflected back. Okay? So stop overthinking this. The how things happen is not your job. Okay? Just watch what you're thinking. The swords are your mental energy. Turn your back on the emotions that are anything that is not in alignment to the story you want to see. And that is, he is totally 100% a committed business partner. Of course, he's paid his way, however you want to phrase it, okay? And this is how the business is going forward, and this is how our relationship's going forward. When he's talking to you and you're listening, that is for you to look at what story is still coming out, and then you decide within, not saying anything to him, you decide within the story according to what's still coming out of his mouth. So if he's still coming out with, oh, I don't know, oh, blah, 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 what you don't want, okay, then yes, you can set boundaries, right? Okay, well, we're running this business. You obviously don't want anything to do with this business, so I go solo then. Okay, it doesn't mean that that's how it's going to be. That's you just saying it. Okay, you then change the story within. Okay, so see what comes out of his mouth later and then tweak it accordingly within yourself. You don't need to say anything to him. You're not fixing the 3D. You're not changing the 3D, Alexandria. Okay, you are choosing the story and you're not wavering from it until you see it reflected back. Whether it takes, like I say, a day, 2 days, 6 weeks, 5 months, okay, for you to get your manifestation reflected back to you. So, okay, Spirit just put in a scenario here. So, he's coming today to talk about us. So, in your thoughts, he's coming round later today to talk about how he's totally committed to the business now. He realises he's been a complete arsehole or whatever, and that he's totally committed to the business. And you're going to reaffirm that as your story every time you think about him coming round. Not, oh, I wonder what he's going to say. I wonder if he's going to do this. You're making the rules. You're deciding, okay? Yeah, he is going to say something to you. This card for me is usually them speaking their truths. Okay, so whatever version of him is speaking his truths, whatever it is, truthful about I don't want to be in a business, or truthful to be like I want to be in a business, you have the ultimate say, my lovely. It's your reality. He is a reflection of what you're thinking and feeling about him and yourself and the story you're telling. Okay, so he is going to say something here. So hopefully it is in alignment with what you do want. Yeah, passionate here. So with these as well, just stick to the news story. What do you want him to be coming and saying to you this afternoon? Okay, you can change things straight away. You know, I had a client the other day who was like, oh, my boyfriend is like, he wants to talk. But this time I feel it's really going to be like the end, because we've had our ups and downs. I said, revise it. Why are you thinking that? If you keep thinking, oh, he wants to talk and it's probably the end, he'll probably finish with me. I said, you're going to get that version that is. So what version do you want? So she revised. Oh, we've always been a loving, solid couple. Yeah, we've had, you know, rough patches here and there, but, you know, we're pretty solid. Of course he wants to be with me. Of course he loves me. That's how the conversation went. She changed it because she stopped focusing on the unwanted story. Okay? Yeah, the paperwork here. Justice, the paperwork. So, overall, I feel that it will work out in your favor. It has to go according to your story. Just stop wavering. You decide, you make the rules of what you want your life to be and who you want in it. Okay? Yeah, meeting up, talking here. So maybe even giving you the money, paying what's due, or just, this for me is things happening in an unexpected way. Okay, every time I want something, it comes in an unexpected way. That's why the how is not your job, because all outcomes and versions already exist. It's just whichever story you are telling. Yeah, this codependency is a little bit, just spirit saying you're still depending on him for the outcome. Okay? Don't. Okay? You're not depending on him for the outcome. You're dictating the outcome. Because the outcome where you're already married is already there. The outcome where you're in a successful business is already there. Choose the story moment to moment that only aligns with what you want to see reflected back. Reconciliation, okay, being together, in other words, moving forward together. But seeing it as, with this new love, is seeing it in only the story you want to see. Remember, the 3D is just a reflection. And if you're in that unfulfilled loop, you're going to keep seeing stuff to make you feel unfulfilled. The third party's still hanging around. He's not committed to the business. He's not putting in the effort. He's living in a place separate from you. That is not the story that you want. Stop giving it energy and only concentrate on the story, regardless of what's going on in the 3D, okay? Interested, hopeful, optimistic, but just being more optimistic, okay? You're not hopeful because you already have it. The moment you decided you wanted him, it's already done. What's taken the delay is you wavering and reacting to unwanted story. And again, Yara, you're not waiting for your visa. You already have it. So advice for you, Alexandria, is action. Taking action in your thoughts. There is only one story. So stop giving energy to any other stories. Okay, his energy, yes, a little wavering, but it's more only because you're wavering in the stories. You decide, you choose. Okay? The cards are showing again, Alexandria. It has nothing to do with him. You select the version you want. Okay? The energy of his is pretty positive. Okay? It's not what he wants, it's what you want. Okay? Then you're seeing him as separate to you. You're giving back into 3D, seeing him as out there. That's why you keep getting hot and cold. I'm wondering what his energy is in it all. His energy is not too bad, but you don't know which version of that is. Okay, it's like when I do readings where somebody is like, what's their energy? And their energy is wanting to come in, but the person is keeping their energy away. All versions exist. Okay, what do you want his energy to be towards you? In a committed business relationship with you, and in a committed relationship with you, where he loves you and only you. You're the only woman he's ever loved from the moment he first saw you. Okay? There's no place like home, and he knows that his heart and his home is with me. He moved mountains to be with me and to get this business, a successful business. Okay? Stop giving your power to him. Wedding. Okay, I said to Spirit, his energy. Wedding. If you want to be married, you're already married. Okay, there is already a reality right now where the two of you are married. So his energy is, he loves me because he's my husband. But again, Alexandra, yes, he messaged you. Is that your manifestation where you're happily married, living together and in a committed business? Who cares whether he messaged you? to be honest, in the grand scheme of things. Look at the bigger picture. You're going moment to moment to moment to moment. That's why you're not getting very far. You're going around chasing your tail. I mean, you have with the paperwork, okay? But let's stick to the only story that you want to see reflected back in your reality. Not all these other unwanted stories that you keep slipping into and getting sucked into, okay? Yes, Yara, your visa will be here tomorrow. You can send me an invoice in an email. Right, Valerie, my lovely. Which pile did you choose? One in the end. And again, Alexandra, if you've got Instagram, go and listen to the last 2 Instagrams that I did. They're the only 2 Instagram lives that you will need. Okay? Pile 1, lovely. Caesar, right, okay. Valerie, are you here, my lovely? Valerie, are you in the chat still, my lovely? We'll wait until she gives a response. That's me with the fan on. Oh, whatever. Next reading. Oh, I thought you were joking about. I thought you were just saying that Yara about as a joke, a pretend invoice. I'll probably be back on not tomorrow, the day after anyway. So just wait till it comes through. Neela, nice to see you. I wasn't on here yesterday, my lovely. Anyway. I'm still waiting for Valerie. Valerie, are you still anywhere? Because this is going to be your reading that I got the cards out for. I'm just waiting for you to show up in the chat so that I know that you're listening. Ah, Valerie, good. Can you just clarify before I do your reading whether you're in contact or no contact? Little contact. Okay. So this first row with the Tower, emotions here, the Devil. The Eight of Pentacles can be learning something here. So was last week. Okay. There's something going on around him that is a very negative situation. Unless it's you that's doing a lot of worrying. Okay, but I feel it's something going on around him at home here. That is not a very nice situation. Hidden rumours, gossip, lies, things not as they seem. So he might not either be telling you everything that is going on in his life, but there's definitely a situation here with the Tower, the Devil here. Unless, as I said, if it's you, then fears, you're just self-sabotaging, you're caught up in emotions, you're in the negative. Okay, here. But I still feel that there's something going on around him as well, or there will be something coming in around him and his home situation, or something to do with finances or work here, or school if he studies. Then we've got moving in here, that I'm putting with there. Communication, positive, happiness here as well, but you're just stuck in your mental prison. Okay, starving yourself of what you want here by your fear. Look at the fear trying to cage you, and you cowering here because you're fearful that you're not going to get what you want, basically. Okay, well, you already have it. The minute you decided what you wanted or thought about what you wanted, it's already yours. Okay, we get things energetically first before we see them reflected back physically. So keep your thoughts in alignment with the story you want. Okay, you're protected. Okay, you're protected here. So Spirit is saying here there will be heart-to-heart conversations. They are guiding him towards you. You're a perfect match. Okay, and here, apology, forgiveness, or lessons learned here. So in his energy, I feel that there's something going on around him anyway, but he will be back in touch. Okay, things will be sorted out between you here. Something around his home here. But don't let your fears come in as well. Okay, don't let your fears come in, because you are a perfect match. There's already a version of you where you're together anyway. So heart-to-heart conversations coming in. Okay, don't keep yourself stuck in your mental prison and your fears holding you back, Valerie. Okay, because whatever he's going through, whatever you're fearing, you're going to be having nice conversations together here. Okay, guiding the two of you back together. So be positive, be optimistic. Again here, perfect match. Yeah, it's worth waiting for. Okay, just free yourself, take time. It's time to take back control of your life by the story you're telling. Okay, this is true love. So perfect match. So again, make sure that your thoughts, because your thoughts create, okay, is going only on the story that you want to see being reflected back to you. Your thoughts are like a projector or a beacon. You're transmitting them out. You're projecting those thoughts out, and they're going to get reflected back to you on the screen. Okay, the screen of space, the screen of time. Okay, so getting it reflected back. I think you're in a very big time delay here, so you'll have to listen when it starts playing out, when you'll get catching up with it here. But It will be okay. It's worth waiting for. Just free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Stop worrying. Stop stressing. Stop thinking the negative, or you will see the negatives reflected back. Focus on the positives. We're a perfect match. Of course, it's true love. He loves me. You know, he loves talking to me. He loves being with me. He loves telling me every day how beautiful I am, or how much he loves me, whatever you want your story to be, my lovely. So whatever he's going through here, it will be okay. Yeah, he's just a little bit withdrawn at the moment from what he's going through. But it will change. It will shift. Things will work out as long as you start not being trapped by your fears or your thoughts. But he does miss you, whatever he's going through. I know this is more for no contact, but I miss you more than you will ever know. I just long to be with you. I want to come back, but pick the bones out of that in your situation. He's missing you with whatever he's going through, okay, and wants to be with you there. Neela, with you as well. Okay, look at the story you're telling yourself. The sun is making me ill. I feel crap. Okay, change the story. Whenever, the minute I get something with me that feels out of sorts, I'm really quick at healing, because I will say to myself, I'm perfectly healthy, I'm perfectly fine. Or I remembered it wrong, I'm perfectly healthy. There's also Marissa Peer. She heals, she does healing, and she says, she commands. I say, I've slightly adapted the way she does it, but I just say, I command, I demand, I direct, I instruct my body to be perfectly healthy right now. And I will repeat that. If I was perfectly healthy, what would I be doing? What you focus on grows. So you're keeping in place, I'm ill. I'm ill, I feel like shit. Okay? It's like people who are like, oh, every year I get a cold. So every year you're going to get a cold. Okay? Just, you command. You are nothing but pure consciousness. You control your body. You control your thoughts. Your body and your thoughts do not control you. Okay? You decide moment to moment and choose what your story is. Choose what you want to see. You're perfectly healthy. You're out enjoying the sun. You can do the Ho'oponopono prayer with your body. Okay? instead of, you know, going straight into I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Dear body, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, because you had the thought of being ill, or it just happened. Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. You decide. And again, Stormy, for you, my lovely, let's change the story about your crap internet connection or your phone always dying. Okay, my phone is really reliable. This is the most reliable phone I've ever had, and my signal around here is always strong. My Wi-Fi connection is the top. I have got super speed. Okay, whatever, because there is a reality where you've got a perfect phone and you've got the perfect connection. Okay, let's change the story here, because we're just in this groundhog loop. Remember, you are the only reality. Whatever you are saying is your only reality. End of. You are reality. There's nothing out there but the reflection back. Don't like the reflection? Change the story. And stay in that new story until it is reflected back. Okay, it's like I said on Instagram, all the people that have written books on how your subconscious mind works, or the quantum physics, or the metaphysics, okay, or how you change your life, are not sat here making up a load of bullshit. Okay, this is your life. There's nothing out there but the mirror. Every time I come to the city, I just have a new lease of life. Okay, oh my God, I meet up with my family, my friends, I have an amazing time. You're perfectly healthy. You're all welcome. Remember, your life is just the story you are telling. Everything exists right now. Every version of yourself, of anybody else, every outcome. You are choosing moment to moment what you want your story to be, until you see it reflected back physically. Sweetheart, I can't do it for you because all I'll get is a Neela that does get it. Okay, you're in control of your reality. You make that assumption. You've already got the job. I've already been accepted. Congratulations. Hear us all congratulating you. That's your new story. I got the job in the embassy. They're paying me. Yes, that's a good one, yes. But in the meantime, we're not going to keep checking 3D. Okay, like I said, nobody has ever said, do this and then go and check 3D. All right, okay. I will be there. Yes, congratulations, Neela. She got her job. Yes, Neela did get her job at the embassy, and they're paying her. And she's perfectly healthy. To a cat charity for all their stray pussycats, for all them kittens. I tell you what, the stories I make up in my head and tell myself, and then when they play out, is just so fucking funny sometimes. Right. Oh, went the wrong way. I haven't heard that anybody's in the process of paying, so I'll close it then. It's getting late here anyway. You know, that is your new story. Again, If it's easier to imagine you've bumped into a friend who hasn't seen you for 5 years and they're asking you about your life. Oh, where are you working now, Neela? Oh, I got a job at the embassy. Oh, good money. Oh, yeah, they're paying me shitloads. I have so much money that I've got so much that I'm giving some of it to charity, if that's what you want. That's in Stormy's reality. If she had the money, she'd be giving to charity. All right, you like the guy. Well, remember, there's still a version of who's with your Virgo. Okay, it's up to you. Just to have fun in the 3D at the moment, in your linear time, as what we perceive as our linear day-to-day time. But remember, everything is right now. Everything is all happening right now. Give it to yourself. Nobody else is going to give it to you if you haven't given it to yourself. You know, again, Neela, you could say, I enjoy this guy's company. He's just fun till Virgo comes back. Because I don't know. I'm getting tired, so there's a load of shit's coming out at the moment. I did think of something better than that, but then something that popped into my head and fell out. Because you and Virgo can already be together. So I sort of contradicted myself then. I'm just enjoying the attention from him. Because everybody loves me. Oh, and Neela as well. I was thinking about you today because you were saying about money. And I was thinking I couldn't remember whether I had said about it on Instagram, but money is just, it's just energy, but also we want money for a feeling. Remember, everything that we want a relationship for a feeling, we want a car for a feeling, we want a job for a feeling. Okay, we want money to feel a certain way. So tap into the feeling of if you had the money. Don't focus on the money because that might trigger you. Okay, so go in through the feeling of relief. I've got plenty of money. I've got so much money that I've got more money than I know what to do with. Or look at it as just numbers. Money is just numbers, isn't it? Okay, in your bank account, at your bank is not everybody's money there. Everybody who's got a bank account with that branch, their money is not physically sat in that branch. It's just numbers that we move around. Okay, that we move around in society. You know, when you're on your banking app, it's just numbers that you're moving around. So I like to say as well, money is just numbers. And there's trillions of numbers around me in my face all day, but I only deal in thousands and millions. Okay? So think of it as just the relief that you would have knowing that you've been, you know, when I was worrying about bills back along, I thought, why? I've already paid them. So I was saying to myself, I've already paid that bill instead of worrying about it. Okay, and then the money would show up. It might have shown up a few days later and I'd pay it a few days later. But I stopped stressing about it because I just say, I've already paid it. And then the money shows up for me to pay it. Remember, the how is never your job. You just tell the story that you want to see reflected back. Like I said on Instagram, if you write a book, you send it to the publishers. Okay, if you've written or filmed the movie, you're sending it to the production team to release it at the cinema. Okay, the how is not your job. You just choose moment to moment by repeating the news story until it gets reflected back. You know, I'm a master at manifesting. I know exactly what to do. I always get everything I want. My life is perfect. My life is endless bliss. People are easy to manifest them to do whatever I want them to do or listen to me. Okay, it's all what you say. The story you're telling is what you're going to see reflected back. No, everything is easy. It's just what you're saying. It's like you saying there's a hard question, isn't it? Like people say, there's no such thing as a hard question. It's whether you know the answer or not. Okay, so it's not that some things are easier, it's just the resistance you have to it. And the resistance is the unwanted story. Or you're fearing that you won't get it because you're giving it that importance. You already have it. Yeah, so align. Yes, there is that reality where I have no money and I'm worrying about money, but we're putting that story back where? Back into the quantum bookshelf, and we're choosing the story where I have plenty of money. Okay, I can buy whatever I want. I got plenty of money. I've always, you can revise it, I've always had loads of money. Inspired action, you won't know you've done it until you've done it. Okay, so you could be going to work every day one route and then suddenly you have a really strong feeling to go the other way. You might poo-poo it, you might say no, I'm still going the normal way, but the thing that you wanted was the other way. Okay, follow your gut feeling. Is normally when it's a strong calm feeling to do something. When you're inspired to reach out or do this from a place of trying to force the 3D, then that is your ego. That's you trying to force and change and fix. Okay. Inspired action, you don't normally realize it's inspired action because it feels natural and you don't realize till you look back. Okay. Yes, I must go as well. It's 11:30 here at night. Right then, my lovelies, I will leave that with you all. Thank you, Addison and Neela, for mentoring. Thank you all for your readings. Don't forget, you can timestamp them, you can look back at them, you can watch them as many times as you need to, but just tell the new story. Okay? Remember, everything exists. You decide what you want, you choose it, you claim it, and you keep choosing the new story until you see it reflected back, whether it takes a day, 2 days, a week, a month, 6 months. You just keep in alignment with the new story. It will be reflected back to you. It has no choice. Okay? Right then, my lovelies. Leave it with you. Love you all. Love and light.